Yes. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Aditi Shah. On behalf of the Members Excellence Committee at ICAI, it's my pleasure to welcome all of you to Yashaswini and Idol Series 27 today. Yashaswini and Idol is a Wednesday series of program conducted by the WMC for the women and by the women CAs. This series is an extension of the Sky High Symposium, which concluded 100 episodes. It is one of the committee's initiatives not only to disseminate information to women members on technical updates and non technical skills, but also to empower them and inspire women members to come to the forefront and realize their verbal skills in a public forum. So, welcome all of you again. So, as you see, we have quite a lot of interesting topics today. And the first topic for today, which is going to be presented by CA Malvika TM, the topic is on CSR compliance in India. So I'll quickly provide a brief of profile of CA Malvika, and then I pass it over to her to take forward the session. So CA Malvika TM is a chartered accountant with over 10 years of experience. She is a graduate from the University of Madras and holds a certificate in GST and Information System Audit. Currently, she is a partner in a renowned firm. She specializes in GST and audit. Outside of work, Malvika is a member of the Lady Circle Trust and avid yoga practitioner. So, thanks a lot, Malvika, for accepting the invite. And I just pass it on over to you to enlighten us on this wonderful topic. Thank you so very much.
A very good afternoon to everybody. Thank you, CA Aditi Shah, for the kind introductory remarks. And thank you, Women Members Excellence Committee, for this opportunity. You've been doing an excellent job in organizing these webinars every Wednesday. So let me get started. I will share my screen. Is my screen visible? Okay.
Yes.
So my topic for today's presentation is CSR compliance in India, key rules, roles, and responsibilities. As most of you may know, CSR was made mandatory in India under Companies Act 2013 with effect from 1st April 2014. The main object was to promote inclusive growth by involving businesses in social, environmental, and human development. As the Secretary of United Nations, Mr. Kofi Annan, rightly said, businesses cannot prosper in societies that fail. The reason that I chose to present on this topic to this forum is, one, as statutory auditors, there is a specific reporting requirement in CARO 2020, requirement regarding CSR. As a practicing chartered accountant, we may be required to provide an independent practitioner's report regarding the utilization of CSR funds. And last but not the least, certain companies to whom CSR provisions are applicable will also be required to appoint women as independent directors. Therefore, it is important that we understand the CSR provisions and provide the right guidance and also ensure compliance. So the legal framework of corporate social responsibility is provided mainly under Section 135 of the Companies Act, read with the CSR rules. The Schedule 7 provides the list of permitted activities, and there have been many circulars and FAQs which is issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. I have tried to cover all of this in my agenda today, and this is my agenda for today's presentation. So first, let us understand to whom CSR is applicable. CSR is applicable to every company, its holding or subsidiary and foreign company, having its branch office or project office in India, which satisfies any one of the following criteria during the immediately preceding financial year. If the net worth of the company is greater than or equal to 500 crores, or if the turnover of the company is greater than or equal to 1000 crores, or if the net profit of the company is greater than or equal to 5 crores. Please note that CSR compliance is specific to each company. Therefore, the criteria is required to be tested for each company separately, the holding company separately and the subsidiary company separately. And unless each company satisfies any one of the criteria, CSR provisions will not be applicable to the company. For example, let us say there is a company A holding and a company B subsidiary. Company A holding satisfies one of the criteria, but company B does not satisfy any of the criteria. Therefore, CSR provisions are applicable only to company A holding and not the subsidiary company B. Also, as already mentioned, the company has to satisfy any one of the following criteria. It is not a cumulative condition. Now, let us see how to compute each of these criteria. First is net worth. Net worth is provided under Section 257 of the Companies Act, which means paid up share capital plus reserves. From that, we need to deduct the accumulated losses, the deferred expenditure, and the miscellaneous expenses to the extent not written off. From the reserves, we need to exclude the reserves from revaluation of assets, depreciation to the extent not written back, and amalgamation. The next criteria is turnover. Turnover is defined under Section 291 of the Companies Act. This is quite straightforward. Turnover means total revenue which is recognized in the profit and loss account from the sale, supply, or distribution of goods and services during a financial year. The next criteria is net profit. Net profit is required to be computed as per Section 198 of the Companies Act. And so the net profit that is computed as per Section 198, which will mainly exclude capital receipts, capital payments, income taxes, past year losses are all to be excluded. So usually it is the profit before tax. So once we have arrived at the profit before tax, you need to exclude the profit from overseas branches and also the dividend from other companies which are already complying with CSR provisions. If this derived net profit is greater than or equal to 5 crore, only then a company is required to comply with the CSR provisions. Next, there is an exemption which is provided. In case of an eligible company to whom CSR provisions were earlier applicable, do not satisfy any one of the criteria for 3 consecutive financial years, then it is exempt from CSR provisions until it meets the criteria again. So once a company, satisfies any one of the criteria, what should it do? It needs to constitute a CSR committee board. Every eligible company must constitute the CSR committee board with the following composition. So in case the eligible company is a listed company, then it needs to constitute its CSR committee board with 3 or more directors, in which at least one is an independent director. In case of unlisted companies which are mandated to have an independent director, then the unlisted company is required to constitute a CSR committee board with 3 or more directors, in which at least one is an independent director. In case an unlisted company is not required to have an independent director, then it is sufficient if the CSR committee board is constituted with 2 or more directors. In case of private companies, the CSR committee board is required to be constituted with 2 or more directors. And in case of foreign companies, the CSR committee board is required to be constituted with 2 or more directors, in which at least one is an Indian and the other is nominated by the foreign company. There is a relaxation which is provided for an eligible company which is required to spend less than 50 lakhs towards CSR. In those cases, the CSR committee board need not be formed. The board of directors itself may discharge the functions of the CSR committee. Next, let us understand the functions of the CSR committee. The role and responsibility of CSR committee. First and foremost, they have to formulate and recommend a CSR policy to the board, which will indicate the activities that are to be undertaken as per Schedule 7 of the Companies Act. Next, the CSR committee has to compute and recommend the amount of expenditure that is to be incurred on the CSR activities. They have to monitor the CSR policy from time to time. And during the beginning of every financial year, the CSR committee has to formulate and recommend to the board an annual action plan. Now, what are the contents of this annual action plan? First, it has to have a list of approved CSR projects or programs to be undertaken, the method of execution, the fund utilization and the implementation schedule, the monitoring and reporting mechanism, and if impact assessment is applicable, then that such impact assessment. I will explain all this in detail in the upcoming slides. Next, let us understand the role and responsibility of the board of directors. They have to approve the CSR policy that is recommended by the CSR committee. The board of directors have to disclose this approved CSR policy, the composition of the CSR committee, and the projects approved in the board's report and in the company's website in the format as prescribed. I will be explaining the format in detail in the few slides in some time. Next, the board of directors have to ensure that the company undertakes such activities and spends the CSR in line with the legal requirements. They have to satisfy itself regarding the utilization of the disbursed CSR funds and file details of the CSR activities annually in the MCA 21 registry, based on which the government will monitor the CSR compliance. In case of failure to spend, the board of directors have to specify the reasons for not spending the amount, and unless that amount pertains to an ongoing project, the board has to transfer this unspent CSR amount to a fund specified in Schedule 7 within 6 months from the end of the financial year, that is by 30th September. Next, let us understand how much is to be spent. How much is required to be spent towards CSR? The board has to ensure that at least 2% of the average net profit made during the immediately 3 preceding financial years is to be spent towards CSR activities. In case it is a newly incorporated company which has not completed 3 years since incorporation, then the average net profit during such preceding financial years is required to be taken. The net profit is required to be computed in the same way as discussed earlier, that is the net profit as per section 198, which is usually the profit before tax. And from that, we need to deduct the profit from overseas branches and dividend received from other companies which are already complying with CSR provisions. Next is administrative overheads. So administrative overheads means expenses which are incurred for the general management and administration of the CSR activity. For example, let's say a salary and training fee that is paid to the employees of CSR division, the legal expenses, the stationery expenses, etc. will all constitute administrative overheads. On the other hand, if a salary is paid to a teacher where the company has undertaken an education-related CSR project, then that will form part of the CSR expenditure and not administrative overhead. The maximum permissible limit of such administrative overhead shall not exceed 5% of the total CSR expenditure of the company for that financial year. For example, if the total CSR expenditure of a company is rupees 100 lakhs, then the administrative overheads should not exceed 5% of the total CSR expenditure, which is 5 lakhs. Next, surplus arising out of CSR projects. Surplus arising out of CSR projects means income that is generated out of CSR project. For example, income generated from the sale or disposal of material used in a CSR project. Let us say a company undertakes construction of a community center. After construction, there are some bricks and cement that is left, which is scrapped off by the company. The income earned from such scrap is surplus arising out of CSR project, and this will not form part of the business profits of the company. This surplus needs to be invested back into the same project, or it needs to be transferred to an unspent CSR account and spent in accordance of the actual annual action plan, or it needs to be transferred to a fund specified in Schedule 7 within 6 months from the end of this financial year. Next, excess spent. Suppose a company spends more than what it is required to be spent, then such excess amount spent may be set off in any of the 3 succeeding financial years, post which it will lapse. And to adjust and to set this off, we need a board resolution to that effect. Next is unspent CSR. Suppose a company spends less than what it is required to spend, then the board in its report has to specify the reasons for not spending and shall deal with that unspent amount in the following manner. If the unspent amount pertains to an ongoing project, then the board has to transfer the unspent amount to a separate bank account of the company called an unspent CSR account within 30 days from the end of the financial year, that is by 30th April. Suppose the unspent CSR pertains to other than ongoing project, then the board has to transfer that unspent CSR amount to any fund that is specified in Schedule 7 of the Act within 6 months from the end of the financial year, that is by 30th September. Now, what is an ongoing project? An ongoing project is a project that lasts for more than 1 year up to a maximum of 3 years, excluding the year of start. So the timeline of an ongoing project is 3 plus 1, 4 years. And an ongoing project also includes projects which were initially planned for less than 1 year, but have extended beyond 1 year by the board with reasonable justification. Next, let us understand what are all the permitted CSR activities under Schedule 7. So there are basically 12 permitted CSR activities, and I have tried to split this into 3 categories. The first one is the activities route, in which the companies may directly undertake these activities. 1. Eradicating hunger. 2. Promoting education. 3. Promoting gender equality. 4. Ensuring environmental sustainability. 5. Protecting national heritage. 6. Supporting armed forces veterans. 7. Promoting rural sports. 8. Rural development projects. 9. Slum area development. And 10. Disaster management. The next category is contribution to funds route, which allows companies to contribute to specified funds like the PM National Relief Fund, PM CARES Fund, etc. All these will also qualify as eligible CSR activities. And the last category is other contribution routes, which allows companies to contribute to incubators, R&D projects, IIT, etc. So all these are the permitted CSR activities as given in Schedule 7. Please note that although the Act says that the preference is required to be given to local areas and areas around which the company operates, it is only directional and not mandatory. Next, I would also like to spend a minute on the tax treatment of the CSR expenditure. Please note that CSR expense is not allowed as a business expenditure under Section 37(1) of the Income Tax Act. However, the CBDT circular has stated that a company can claim deduction under Section 30 to Section 36 if the relevant conditions are fulfilled. However, deduction under Section 80G is available on contribution to specified funds, except for contribution to Clean Ganga Fund and the Swachh Bharat Kosh. So if you contribute to Clean Ganga Fund and Swachh Bharat Kosh, Although it is an eligible CSR activity, you may not get the benefit of 80G. Next, let us understand what are the activities that do not qualify as an eligible CSR. First, activities undertaken in the normal course of business will not qualify as eligible CSR. For example, let's say a pharmaceutical company is usually in the business of purchase and sale of, So, for example, a pharmaceutical company is usually in the purchase and sale of medicines. So, suppose the pharmaceutical company distributes free samples, then that will not form part of an eligible CSR since it is doing it in the normal course of business. However, if the pharmaceutical company sets up a free medical camp for the underprivileged, then that may qualify as an eligible CSR. Next, activities which are undertaken outside India will not qualify as eligible CSR. Except, there is an exception to this. Training of Indian sports personnel representing any state or union territory at the national or international level will qualify as eligible CSR, although it is undertaken outside India. Next, any direct or indirect contribution to political parties under Section 182 will not qualify as eligible CSR. The programs or activities that benefit only the employees of the company and their family will not qualify as eligible CSR. However, let's say a company undertakes a CSR project that benefits the public at large, and the employees and their family are only incidental beneficiaries. Then in that case, it will qualify as an eligible CSR. Next, sponsorship activities for deriving marketing benefits for products or services will not qualify as eligible CSR. Basically, the government does not want companies to use CSR as a marketing tool. Expenses incurred by the company for fulfillment of its statutory obligation under any law in force in India will not qualify as eligible CSR. For example, let us say a manufacturing company is required to, a manufacturing company is required to comply with the environmental regulations and has therefore invested in a air pollution control equipment. Now, this will not qualify as an eligible CSR. Next, let us understand how companies can implement CSR. So, CSR activities can be undertaken either directly by the company or through implementing agencies like the Registered Trust Society Section 8 company or in collaboration with other companies. Suppose the CSR activities are undertaken directly by the company or through implementing agencies which is established by the company or along with any other company, then there is no precondition. But if the CSR activities are undertaken through third-party implementing agencies like a third-party trust or a third-party society Section 8 company with 12A and 80G registration, then such third-party implementing agencies should have an established track record of 3 years in similar CSR programs or projects. All implementing agencies which intend to undertake CSR activities have to be registered with the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. They have to file a form CSR1. Since identifying these implementing agencies is a major concern, this will create a database of implementing agencies that a company can engage for undertaking CSR projects. Next, collaboration with other companies for undertaking CSR activities is allowed, provided the respective company are in a position to report it separately. The board must ensure that the funds are used for specified purposes with the CFO providing certification to that extent. And in case of ongoing projects, the board must oversee the project implementation against the approved timelines and allocations. It has the authority to make adjustments to ensure smooth execution within the allowable time frame. Yes. In case a capital asset is acquired or created, then that asset should not be held by the company, but only by the Section 8 company, trust or society, beneficiaries of the project or public authority. For example, let us say an ABC Limited undertakes construction of a school as a CSR project. After construction of the school is to be handed over either to the local authority or the public authority. Unless the capital asset is handed over, it may not benefit the public at large. Therefore, this condition is there. Next, let us understand what impact assessment is and to whom it is applicable. Impact assessment is applicable to a company whose CSR obligation is greater than or equal to 10 crores. So what is the objective of this impact assessment? It is done to assess the social impact of a particular CSR project, more like a feedback. Next is the procedure. This impact assessment is to be conducted by an independent agency that is identified by the board. The independent agency will have to assess every project with an outflow of greater than or equal to 1 crore. And the impact assessment is to be conducted after the expiry of at least 1 year from the completion of the project. This impact assessment report, the impact independent agency will have to provide an impact assessment report, which is to be placed before the board and annexed to the annual report. The impact assessment expenditure can be considered as part of CSR obligation, provided it is 2% of the total CSR expense or 50 lakhs, whichever is higher. Please note that the impact assessment expenditure is over and above the administrative overhead. Next, let us take a look at the format of the annual report that is to be included in the board's report. So the board has to disclose this information. First, brief outline on the CSR policy of the company. Second, the board has to disclose the composition of the CSR committee. Third, the board has to disclose the web links where the composition. Excuse me. Next, the board has to disclose the web links where the composition of the CSR committee, the CSR policy, and CSR projects are approved by the board are disclosed on the website. Next, the board has to disclose the executive summary along with the web links of the impact assessment of CSR projects that have been carried out if applicable. Fifth, the board has to disclose the CSR obligation, which is first, they have to disclose the average net profit of the company. 5B is 2% of the average net profit of the company is the amount that is to be spent towards CSR. 5C is the surplus arising out of CSR projects of the previous financial years. And 5D is the amount that is required to be. Therefore, the CSR obligation of a company is 2% of the average net profit plus surplus minus the amount that is required to be set off. Next, the board has to disclose the total amount spent on CSR. First, 6A is amount actually spent on the CSR project. 6B is amount that is spent in administrative overhead, which will also form part of the CSR expenditure. 6C is the amount that is spent on impact assessment if applicable. So the total amount spent for the financial year is the amount which is actually spent on the CSR project, plus the amount spent in administrative overheads, plus the amount spent in impact assessment. Next, the board also has to disclose details of the amount unspent. Either it could be, on account of an ongoing project or other than ongoing project. If it pertains to other than ongoing project, then they have to disclose details of the fund to which the unspent CSR amount was transferred. Next, the board has to disclose the excess amount that is required, that is available for set off, which is nothing but the 2% of the average net profit minus the total amount that was actually spent. So this is the excess amount spent. Suppose there is a surplus arising out of the CSR project, then to that extent it needs to be reduced, and the balance is the amount that is available for set off in the succeeding financial years. The board has to disclose details of the unspent CSR amount for the preceding 3 financial years. They also have to disclose details of the capital asset that has been created or acquired through the CSR project. And last, non-compliance. Non-compliance of corporate social responsibility provisions is a civil wrong and will attract the following penalties. In case of a company, the penalty is twice the unspent amount or 1 crore, whichever is less. And in case of every officer in default, it is 1/10 of the unspent amount or 2 lakhs, whichever is less. In the recent past, Ministry of Corporate Affairs has started imposing huge penalties on companies for non-compliance. In fact, in the case of Messrs. Workforce Logic India Private Limited, on 24th May 2024, the MCA fined rupees 25 lakhs for failure to transfer the unspent amount. And in case of Messrs. Clairvoyant India Private Limited, on 21st August 2024, MCA imposed a penalty of 19 lakhs for failure to comply with the CSR provisions. Therefore, CSR is not just a comply or explain responsibility. Non-compliance results in not only legal penalties, but also reputational damage. Therefore, as professionals, we must advise our clients to follow the provisions and to ensure their long-term success and sustainability. Thank you all for the patient listening. Yes. If there are any questions, I would be happy to take it up.
Yeah, can I ask a question, please?
Yes, please, ma'am.
Yeah, do we have any statistics of the number of companies not complying with the CSR requirements in a year? Like maybe out of 100 companies, at least 10 are not complying, something like that, just for my out of curiosity.
Right. No, earlier it used to be just a comply or explain kind of a mechanism where in case the company did not spend, they would just provide a brief explanation as to why they could not spend the CSR amount, and there were no, penalties. But now, of late, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs has started imposing these penalties. To my knowledge, I've come across 3 companies which have been identified as defaulters.
All right. This is Pan India?
Yes, this is Pan India. Yes, ma'am.
All right.
So, do we wait for any further questions, or can we
just
move
one
to
more
the next
question from me.
Yes.
One more question from me. I believe that during COVID, just correct me if I'm wrong, because I read it somewhere, that during COVID, expenses incurred by any company towards reducing the impact of COVID in their society was also considered as a CSR activity.
Yes, that is true. That is right.
That is true, right? Yeah, I read that somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
So expenses incurred to for an R&D purpose, which is spent to bring down COVID, was allowable as a CSR expenditure.
Yes, all right.
Although it may be undertaken in the normal course of business, that was an exception that was provided.
All right.
So are there any further questions? Okay, so I think there can be two reasons why there are no questions. Either the participants have understood everything that I presented, or they have not understood anything that I have presented. I hope it is the former. So can we move on to the next session, or how do we proceed further, ma'am? CA Aditi?
Actually, Dolly is supposed to give the vote of thanks.
I see. Okay.
So maybe in the interest of time, if Dolly is not able to, maybe because if she's facing some technical issues, I can just come in. Thanks a lot. First of all, Malvika, it was a very interesting session, and obviously it was the former. It was very well explained and very structured. So thanks a lot for providing your insights, and obviously, we will have more questions, and so we can definitely contact you. But this was really good, and to understand, because a lot of these companies are coming under the purview of this because of the different criteria that you mentioned. Many thanks. It is a wonderful session, and then maybe we pass on to the next person who would introduce Sneha Gala for the next session. So who would provide that quick introduction. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
Thank you so
time.
much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome everybody to the Women Members Excellence Committee. Second session for today is to be held by CA Sneha Gala. CA Sneha has a robust background spanning over a decade in finance and accounting, coupled with a dedicated 3 years of experience in yoga, health, and wellness. She brings a unique blend of experience to the table. She is a chartered accountant and a certified yoga instructor, holding a level 2 certification from the Yoga Certification Board, accredited by the Ministry of Ayush. So, welcome, CA Sneha, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
Um, Thank you, Hetzelman, for giving me kind introduction. And first, I would like to thank Women Members Excellence Committee to give me this opportunity to address all of you and provide my knowledge regarding health and wellness, and first yoga. In that, I just want to give a brief about how I was working and then I moved to my yoga profession. So my previous organization belongs to health and wellness business, and so around me, everybody was very health enthusiastic and fitness oriented. So from that period, I started gaining interest towards yoga, and the turning point was the COVID period that that show me tough time related to health, and of course around people we can see that how people are fighting for low immunity. So that was a turning point, and I started my yoga journey from that period. So first, I was learning for myself uh, to keep myself healthy, and after that, I did this certification courses. So here all are we CAs, and we know the importance of wealth, and we are managing wealth. Top notch. We provide our services to everybody. So it's my question to everybody. So are we managing our health as well? Uh, so of course there is always the answer will be we are not giving that much time to our health. We are not focusing ourselves, and we're not getting that much time for ourselves also because of busy lifestyle. And but I just want to share that everybody have to take out at least 30 minutes of a day for ourselves. That 30 minutes going to give you 10x return of your lifespan. Life will your increase. So I request everybody, if you are able to perform yoga, then please perform with me. Or if you are not able to do, then please note down the asana and pranayam names. And first thing is, what is health? I just want to ask everybody, what is health? So health is not just physically fit. It's one just non disease, having not disease. It's not like healthy living. So health is we are fit mentally, we are spiritually, we are also fit socially. Socially fit means how our relationship with our family members, our neighbors, our friends, with our society. So if we comply all these aspects, then only we can say that we are healthy. So and moving further, so what is yoga? Yoga is not just about the asana or pranayam. So asana and pranayam that gives benefit to our physical thing. That is the byproduct of the yoga. So yoga is beyond asana and pranayam. Okay, so it is like balancing our mind, body, and soul. Okay, so start with asana practice, which will help the our PCOD problem. If anyone is having conceiving issue or any other health related issues like diabetes or thyroid, and now the major issues started like early puberty. So you can see the puberty earlier the age was like 12 or 13. Now it's started in at the age of 8 and 9. This is because of our lifestyle changes and hormonal changes. Okay, so we have to give focus on our health so that we can bring some changes to our lifestyle and our family's lifestyles as well. Okay, so let's start with the sessions. Uh, I hope everybody is practicing with me. So first, start with prayer. If everybody have yoga mats, then please use that. And if you don't have it, then it's fine. You can use any other cloth mat as well. Okay. Sit straight. As you guys can see me, sit straight, back straight, close your eyes. We'll start with prayer first. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Punaktu सह वीर्यं करवावहे तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहे ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. We'll do Omkar chanting, three Omkar. Inhale, Start with me while exhaling. Oh. Inhale. Oh. Last breath. Inhale. Oh. Into palm. Rub your hands. Put it on your eyes. Gently open your eyes. Let's start. I'm just adjusting my camera so that you can see me. First, we will do few warm-up exercise. Okay. First, fingers, legs, fingers in out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then foot in out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then ankle rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leg up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rotation of your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll do butterfly asana first. So in every practice, we have to breathe. Okay. Don't hold any breath. Okay. If you feel cramp or anything, uneasiness in body, then just leave the position. Sit straight, back straight. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This asana is very helpful in conceiving and PCOD issue, period cramps. Okay. Again, we'll do one more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then second is we'll do up and down. That is Baddha Konasana. Okay. Sit straight. Inhale. And while exhaling, come down. Slowly, slowly come down. Okay. If you feel cramps over here, then just leave it. Sit straight. Inhale. Slowly come down. Exhale. Hold for 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly come up. Okay. Now we'll do sideward bending. Okay. Raise your hand. Inhale and raise your hand upward and stretch your hand. So you feel stretching this side. Okay. Let's start. Inhale. 1. Exhale. Down. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now another pose, big cat and cow pose, that is Manjarasan. So I hope you guys can see me. This is the position for cat and cow pose. Okay. This we have to inhale up and exhale down. This look like and cow. Okay. First inhale, hold for 5 counts. 1. You feel stretch over here. Okay. And on back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second round. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more round. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This acid is very useful to have thyroid. In this position only, we'll do variation of this asana. Hands up and down. Stretch your hand. This side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down. Again up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down, again up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do another side. Hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands down, hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands down, hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pregnant woman can also perform this asana. Okay. Now, in this, we'll stretch our one leg. One leg will be here only. We'll stretch our another leg. Okay. And see my toe. I'm pressing the toe, going back side, and then releasing it. Okay. Like this. One, stretch, release. Stretch, release. Stretch, release. You will feel the stretching on your calf muscles. Okay. Stretch, release. Stretch, release. Stretch, release. Stretch, release. Stretch, release. We'll do another side. I hope you guys can see me. Stretch, release. Stretch, release. Stretch, release. Stretch, release. Stretch, release. Okay. Relax for a few seconds. Now in this position only, we raise our hand like this. This is the position. I'm sitting in Vajrasana position. Raise your hands up. Inhale. Exhale down. 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 Two more counts. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale down. Okay. Now we'll do Chakra Chalanasana. In that, spread your leg. Okay. We'll move like a circle. Okay. And this asana is again very helpful for PCOD. Let's start like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we'll do reverse. 1. If you are in periods, then avoid this asana. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Now we'll do pigeon pose. So in that, your knee should be 90 degrees over here, and your another leg behind. Come down this like this way. Hold this leg like this and try to touch your another hand. Okay. Hold for few counts. Slowly relax this pose. We'll perform another side. First keep this leg 90 degrees, then come forward, sit on this leg and the support of this leg. Then take this leg, another leg behind, and hold for few counts. Okay. Now we'll do some standing asana. First we'll perform Tadasana. Sit straight. Okay. Raise your hands slowly up and inhale while raising hand upward. And come on your toes. Inhale. Stay here for 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. One more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. One more time. Inhale. Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Okay. Now we'll do twisting to our body like this. 1, come to the center, then 2. Don't move fast. Okay. Do it slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last 10. Relax your body. Now we'll do Trikonasana. Okay. Distance between your both the legs should be 3 feet. Okay. Spread both the legs. Raise your hand parallel to your shoulder. Inhale. Go down slowly. While exhaling, put your hand, either you can put it on here or you can put down as well. Okay. Another hand should be straight. Stay here for 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax, release. Now we'll perform another side. Raise your hands. Inhale. Slowly exhaling, come down. Stay here for 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly release the position. We'll do one more set. Okay. Raise your hand. Inhale. Slowly come down. Stay for 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. We'll do other side. Raise your hand. Slowly come down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Relax for few seconds. Now we'll do Parivritta Trikonasana. The distance between both the legs should be 3 feet. Okay. This is first we did triangle pose. Now it is reverse of triangle. Okay, we have to change our side. So raise both the hands. Come to 90-degree pose. Okay. Now the right hand should be touched to your left leg. Okay. We'll hold this position for 10 counts. Breathe normally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release this. Slowly come. I will do another side. Raise your hand. Come forward. Your left hand should be touched to the right leg. Hold this position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So just release this. We'll do one more set. Okay. Raise your hand. Come forward. Your right hand should touch to left leg. 1. Hold this position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release this. Now you perform another side. Come forward. Your left hand should touch to your right leg. Hold this position. One, two, three, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. So this asana is very helpful to build strength, overall flexibility of your body, to improve your calf muscles. Okay. Now we'll do Ardha Kati Chakrasana. So by seeing this asana looks very simple, but effect of this asana is through your whole the body. Okay, let's start. Stand straight. Your right hand should be straight. Raise your left hand slowly, slowly upward and inhale. Inhale. And lean towards right side. You feel the stretching throughout your body of your left side. Hold your left leg tightly down. You feel the stretch. You'll hold this position for 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly, slowly. Relax. We'll do another side. Raise your right hand upward. Slowly, slowly. Inhale and raise your hand. Exhale and normal breathing. Stretch your hand upward. Okay. Put your legs tightly. Okay. So hold this position for 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly calm down. Relax. Relax for a few seconds. Now we'll do some leg exercise, like moving our leg up and down. Okay, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now we'll perform Parvatasana and Bhujangasana together. Okay. Lie down on a mat like this. Okay. So both the hands should be here, near to your chest area. Okay. Push your hand and lift your upper body up. This is Bhujangasana. Okay. We'll hold this position for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now from Bhujangasana, we'll come to Parvatasana like this. So, guys, Wait. Hold this position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to touch your heel down. Okay. You feel the stretch on your calf muscle. Come down again. Relax. Then second round. Inhale. Raise your body up. Hold for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to Parvatasana position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Again, raise your body up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to Parvatasana. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Lie down. Raise your body up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Raise your body. Parvatasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down and relax. This action is very useful for diabetic people. Okay. I will perform Ardha Matsyendrasana. Okay. This is again for diabetic people. And overall strength, increases strength of your body. If you have gastric issue also, this action is very useful. Okay. Sit straight. Relax both the legs first. Relax your body. Hold one leg. Hold this leg. Hold this leg with your another hand and look at behind. Like put your another hand behind. I hope you guys see me. The position will be like this. You can put hand like this also or like this also. Okay. You feel the stretch on your side area. You hold it for this 10 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really, you perform this exercise. Relax your one leg. Hold your another leg. Hold this leg with your another right hand and put this hand behind. Normal breathing. Hold for 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Relax your body. Now we'll practice few pranayam. Okay. Relax first. Okay. This is Gnana Mudra. Okay. We'll sit in Gnana Mudra. Sit straight, back straight. First we'll do Anulom Vilom. Anulom Vilom is balancing asana that balances our nadis, that is Surya and Chandra nadis. Okay. This is Anunashika Mudra. Hold first two fingers with your right hand. Close your right nostril. Okay. Let's start. Inhale from left side. Inhale. Close left. Then exhale from right side. Then again inhale from right side. Close right. Then exhale from left side. We'll do 3 more sets. Okay. Inhale from left. Exhale from right. Inhale from right. Exhale from left. The third round. Inhale from left. Exhale from right. Inhale from left, right. Exhale from left. Last round. Inhale from left. Exhale from right. Inhale from right. Exhale from left. Okay. Feel the pranayama effect on your body. Now we'll do Shikali and Shitkari. These both are pulling pranayama. So in Shikali, first twist your tongue like this and inhale from mouth and exhale from nose. Okay. Inhale. Let's start. Twist your tongue, then inhale from mouth. Second round. Third round. Now we'll do Shitkari pranayam. In Shitkari, we have to inhale from teeth like this. Then exhale from nose. Okay. Inhale. class. Now we form Brahmari. In Brahmari, we have to close our eyes and our ears. Ears we will close with help of thumb and eyes will close with help of hands. Don't press much, just gently close your eyes, okay? Close your eyes, press your thumb on yours. Inhale, and while exhaling, you have to make a sound like honeybee. Inhale. Mm, second round. Inhale. Mm, third round. Inhale. Mm, one more round. Inhale. Mm, relax your hands. Okay. Now we'll perform Omkar chanting. Close your eyes. Sit straight. So yeah, last pranayama we did, that is Brahmari pranayama. Brahmari pranayama is very useful for concentration to increase memory power. Okay, and it also helpful for sound sleep. If you practice regularly, then it improves our sleep as well. Okay, close eyes. We'll chant Omkar. Inhale. Now exhaling. Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Last Omkar. Inhale. Om. Stay relaxed. Stay positive. So slowly rub your hands. Put it on your eyes, on your face, and gently open your eyes. I hope this session was useful and valuable to everybody. If you have any queries, you guys can ask me.
Hi,
Hello.
it was a very nice session. One of the member has asked the question, is there any asan for strengthening the bones or to maintain the good bone health?
So we can perform Surya Namaskar every day. Well, then gradually we can increase the number of times 12, 18, and 24.
Okay.
And we can do, we did today Bhujangasana and Parvatasana. That series also we can do, like 10 reps or 15 reps.
Okay. Another member has asked the question, any simple stretches for a knee pain for nearing 60 female?
We can perform few asanas on bed as well, like stretching of your knees, like uh, maybe people cannot see, like stretch and release. Stretch your, like compress your knee and release. Compress your knee and release. And while sitting on the chair, also we can like do like this up and down slowly, slowly, like this, and rotation. Okay. Just have to avoid heavy exercises who have knee problems.
One of the member has asked the question, which asan is effective in a back pain?
Back back pain. Uh, so simply sitting, we can do like this stretching, like this. And one asana we did is Ardha Matsendra asana. This asana is also helpful. And you can do one more asana, that is Setu Bandhasana. Like come to sleeping position like this. Put your hands down, raise your back upward like this. Like bridge pose. This is Setu Bandhasana. Hold for 10 counts and then relax. We can do 5 repetitions, 3 repetition or 2 repetition. Okay, like up and down. And one more thing you can do, you can stretch like reverse. I hope you guys can see me, like stretching our legs and hands, reverse side.
Many members have mentioned that it was a very beautiful session. So thank you
Oh,
very
thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much. Uh, you guys can reach me on my email ID as well if you have further queries. My mail ID, you can put it down, srg.gangar, Gangar, at gmail.com. I repeat, srg.gangar, Gangar, at gmail.com. May I provide my contact details as well, ma'am? 9773788410. I repeat, 9773788410. Okay. So for any further guidance, you guys can reach me.
Yeah. One second. So thanks to our wonderful speaker, C.S. Snehal Gala, for appraising us, and also my gratitude to all for taking time to join the session and making it successful. Thank you
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
very much.
Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Recording stopped.